Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about regional rural banks, popularly known as RRBs. So now we can see the background behind this opening of RRBs. The first reason is that commercial banks in the country and the cooperative banks cannot fulfill the credit requirements of the rural people. That is the main issue. The existing commercial banks and cooperative banks cannot fulfill the requirements of the rural people. And an estimate shows that only 50% of the requirement of the rural people was satisfied by these banks. So the government felt this problem, and the central government appointed a committee popularly known as Narasimham Committee. And the committee made a detailed study about the problem of the people in rural areas, and the committee recommended to start a specialized bank for meeting the requirements of the rural poor. And on this recommendation, the regional rural banks were set up in 1976. So that is the background of the starting of regional rural banks. And this regional rural bank was owned by the central government of India, which have 50% of its share capital, and the respective state government in which state it is working. That state government have a share of 15% of its capital, and the sponsor bank. Every regional rural bank is sponsored by a commercial bank, and that sponsoring bank have 35% of its capital. So the entire capital of the regional rural bank was shared by 50% by the central government, 15% by the state government, and 35% by the sponsoring bank. Now, in India, now there are 82 regional rural banks spread across the country. And in Kerala, there are two regional rural banks working in Kerala, South Malabar Gramin Bank and North Malabar Gramin Bank. These are the two regional rural banks operating in Kerala. And Assam Gramin Vikas Bank is the largest regional rural bank working in the country. It is the largest regional rural bank, having largest number of branches and largest number of customers also. So Assam Gramin Vikas Bank is the largest regional rural bank in the country. Now let's see what are the objectives of regional rural banks. As we mentioned earlier, the regional rural banks were set up to meet the needs of the rural people. So the first objective is to provide cheap and liberal credit. Cheap means at a low rate of interest. Cheap and liberal agriculture laborers, artisans, and small entrepreneurs. Not for big businessmen, small entrepreneurs in the rural area. The second objective is to save the rural poor from the money lenders, because in earlier days when rural people have demand for finance, need for finance, they have to approach money lenders, and these money lenders will charge a huge amount of rate of interest. So the setting up of regional rural banks, the rural people are saved from the large interest rate charged by these money lenders. And the third objective is to act as a catalyst for economic growth in rural areas. Catalyst means speed up. The regional rural banks act to speed up economic growth in rural areas. Then cultivate banking habit among the rural people, because RRBs are set up in rural areas, so rural people get opportunity to start accounts and the cultivated a banking habit among the rural people. So they start saving their small savings in these banks. Then the fifth objective is to increase employment opportunities by encouraging trade and commerce in rural areas through giving credit, loans and advances. The RRBs help in increasing employment opportunities. As the business shoot up, the more and more people get employment. So increase in employment opportunities. Then encourage entrepreneurship in rural areas. There are small entrepreneurs who wish to start a business but they don't have enough money. So RRBs will provide credit to these small entrepreneurs and encourage entrepreneurship in rural areas. And the last one is develop underdeveloped regions and thereby remove economic disparity between regions. By setting up of RRBs in rural areas, it will lead to the development of the region as a whole, and as the underdeveloped regions get developed, there will be equality in the development of different regions in the country. So it will help to remove economic disparity between regions. All regions get developed with the establishment of these kind of banks in that area. So these are the objectives of regional rural banks. These are the objectives of setting regional rural banks in rural areas. Now we can see the organizational structure, how the working of RRB is carried out. The top level body of regional rural bank is its board of directors. This board of directors control the entire activities of the bank. It manages all the activities of the bank. and this board of directors included one chairman. There's a chairman at the top, and the chairman was appointed by the central government. And there are 3 directors nominated by the central government. Rather than this chairman, 3 directors were also nominated by the central government. And there are 2 directors nominated by the state government concerned. In which state the RRB is set up, that state government can nominate 2 directors into the board of directors. And finally, there are 3 directors nominated by the sponsoring bank. There is a sponsor bank, maybe a commercial bank or cooperative bank. That sponsor bank can also nominate 3 directors. So all these members constitute the board of directors of the RRB, which controls the entire activities of the bank. And now, what are the major functions of RRBs? As we have already mentioned, the major function is giving loans and advances to weaker sections of the rural population. And second one, loans and advances to artisans and small entrepreneurs in rural areas. Then the third function is to advance grants or loans to cooperative societies, primary agricultural credit societies, then cooperative farming societies, etc. All these cooperative societies are operating in rural areas. So they are also providing loans to rural people. So the RRBs support those cooperative societies by providing advances or grants to these societies. Then another function is these RRBs provide banking services to rural people, because the rural people are not having banks in their area. Commercial banks are not willing to start their branches in rural areas. So setting up of these regional rural banks, the people get an opportunity to get in touch with banking services. They can deposit money, they can take advances or loans. So all these banking services are provided to rural people by RRBs. Then these RRBs mobilize rural savings. RRBs mobilize deposits from the rural people, and these deposits are channelized for productive activities in rural areas, for the development of the rural areas. They collect savings from the people and use those funds for the development of the region. Then it provides employment opportunities in rural areas. By giving loans and advances, the regional rural banks develop productive activities in rural area. As the productive activities enhances, it will increase employment opportunities in rural areas. Then finally, a flow of credit from urban money market to the rural areas. The regional rural bank collect money fund from urban money market and distribute to rural people or rural areas. So these are the major functions of regional rural bank. So watch this video carefully and we can make discussion in the next class. Thank you.